everybody, hope you're very well and welcome to this Here to Help video on density. Density is something that will come up in maths and physics. So what is density? So the definition of density is mass per unit volume. But what does that actually mean? That means the density of an object is how much mass, which is matter, is in a certain volume. So basically what it's saying is how much matter, so the amount of particles in a certain space. How many particles or matter is in a certain amount of space. So the volume is how much space an object occupies, and it's how much particles matter is in that space that object is occupying. So what is the symbol for density? The symbol for density is this kind of P shape. So how it works is you just do it in a oneer. It's just like that. Just do it straight like that, and that is your density. And then you have your M, and that stands for mass, and your V stands for volume. So that's what those three stand for, and the formula for figuring out the density of an object is the density equals mass over volume. So that means that you divide the mass by the volume. So how to remember that is the denominator, the bottom, the bum of the fraction goes out, so the bum is going out. So what you've got is the bum, the V is going out, and the M is on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a practice question. I've got one written down here. So a steel cube has a mass of 72 grams and a volume of 9.0 centimeters cubed. Calculate the density of the steel cube. So how should we handle this question? Well, there are lots of different ways in which we can do this question, but there's a specific way I would do it. So I would write down what we know. So what is the density? It doesn't tell you the density, it says calculate the density, so I would just do question mark, we don't know what the density is. The mass. A steel cube has a mass of 72 grams. The mass is 72 grams. And it has a volume of 9.0 centimeters cubed. Okay. So that's the information we've got to work with. It's asking you to calculate the density. So why I've done this is just so I know what I've got to work with, so I know what information I have, and so I know what I need to work out. You don't get any marks for this in an assessment, but it can help you get the right answer because you know what you've got and you know what you've got to work out. Because if you've got the density missing, you'll know you need to do something with that to figure out what the density is. So there are 3 marks. This is what you call a 3 marker. This question in physics is up for 3 marks. Is up for grabs. So in physics, regardless of what kind of test you're doing, you will always get the formula. So in the beginning of your test paper, there will be all the formulas you will need to do that assessment. So if you've got an assessment which has got about density questions in it, you will have the density formula. So this one formula for density, there's only one formula for density, density equals mass over volume, that formula will come up in the beginning of the paper. So you don't need to remember the formulas in physics, so don't worry about that. So now I know what the question has given me, I get 1 mark for just give the formula. So all I have to do is I've got to go to the front of the question book and put down the formula. And if I get that formula right, if I copy it right, because that's all you have to do, you just have to copy it right. If you do that, then what you can get is you instantly get 1 mark. That is your mark. Just put that up so you can see that. You get 1 mark just for that. Then you can substitute in the information. So the density is equal to 72 grams, which is the mass, over 9.0 centimeters cubed, which is the volume. We get another mark for just doing that. So we've already got 2 marks out of this 3 marks question. We've got 2/3 of the marks available in this question just for copying the formula correctly from the front of the book, the test booklet, and we've also got another mark from substituting the information from the question into the correct place within the equation. And finally, we've got to give our answer. So what is 72 divided by 9? It is 8. So the answer is 8. But what units does density come in? The units for density is grams per cubic centimetre. So it's 8 grams per cubic centimetre. So what I would like to do is, I'm just going to rub this out, and I would just like to go over how these things are used for their units, so what their units are. So what is the units for mass? So what we've got is, we've got the name, we've got the symbol, and we've got the units. Okay, so let's start with mass. So we've got mass, our symbol is M, and our units comes, in this case, gram, but it tends to be in kilograms, so it's usually in kilograms. Okay, then we've got our volume. What is the symbol for volume? V. And what are the units for volume? We've used them as centimetres cubed, but traditionally they are metres cubed. But usually if you're in second year, when you study density in Scotland, you will study it in grams and centimetres, and then if you go up to school doing physics, then you'll change to kilograms and metres. So that's the reason I've done that in grams and centimetres. And finally we have the density. So what is the symbol for density? P, rho, sorry, so that is spelled R-H-O. I'm just going to move that down so you can see that. And finally, how does it work? We get it in grams per cubic centimetre. That's a -3 up there. So how would it work if you were doing it? Mass was kilograms and volume was metres cubed, rather than doing it in centimetres and grams. Well, you've got mass. Oh, this pen isn't working, I'm afraid. I have to get another one. You would have your mass is in kilograms, and you would have your volume is in metres cubed. So you put that together to get your density is equal to kilograms per cubic metre. Okay, so it just depends on what you're using. If you're using grams and centimetres cubed, it's grams per cubic centimetre. If you're using kilograms and metres, it's grams per cubic metre. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video, and just as a quick reminder, remember the symbol, the formula for density is rho, or density is equal to mass over volume. Okay, thank you very much for watching. We hope you found this useful, and see you next time. I'm here to help. Bye for now.